Hey boy, Radical Center here again, and do we owe Paul Manafort and Jim Jordan an apology? Well, the other day, in a fairly widely circulated video, we pointed out that Paul Manafort took close to $13 million from the ex-leader of Ukraine when he was that guy's campaign manager, because that sounds like a reasonable fee to us, and that Jim Jordan wouldn't be investigating anything possibly to do with Donald Trump and Russia and Paul Manafort, because of course that would be a total waste of time and effort. But it turns out perhaps we were wrong. So the other day, Jim Jordan and Matt Gaetz, his new running buddy on the committee, and this is Matt Gaetz wearing a gas mask in Congress, because that's what you do when you want to show what a serious leader of people you are, put out a letter from their committee to the head of the FBI demanding to know what was going on between the FBI and Russia. And it starts off really well. I know you can't read it, but part of it says the following: that there's been misconduct that further erodes public confidence in the FBI and law enforcement actions, which of course makes a lot of sense. You should be really glad. And at first we're going, wow, that's really surprising. Well done, Jim. Until you realize they're not actually investigating what was going on between Russia, Donald Trump, and Paul Manafort. What they really want to know is why this fellow, and we've talked about him before, this guy's name is McGonigal. He's the ex-FBI agent in charge of investigating what was going on, but was then found out to be taking bribes from this guy, a Russian oligarch called Terry Puska. They want to know not what was going on between Trump, but who actually started the investigation between Donald Trump's team and Russia in the first place. Why did that even happen? Why was there even Russian meddling investigation? So what about Paul Manafort? Why do we think we owe him an apology? It was mainly because we totally underestimated him. We said he got away with $12.7 million before he was indicted, of course, but it turns out we were way, way off. According to his indictment, he actually took $75 million, you can see it here, which went through various offshore accounts with one of his cronies, a guy called Rick Gates, which they laundered and bought property, goods, and services in the United States, and of course, didn't pay taxes on it. And what did Manafort use it for? Well, he used it to buy a condominium in Manhattan and a home in Brooklyn, both paid for with cash, because that's what you do when you're an upstanding citizen and want to work for the President of the United States. So none of this apparently is enough for Jim Jordan and Matt Gaetz. The $75 million that flowed through Paul Manafort, who then went on, of course, to become Donald Trump's campaign manager, the oligarch and the ex-leader of Ukraine. Now, what they really want to know is who actually started the Donald Trump investigation, the interference from Russia in the first place. Yeah, that just shows you where their priorities are.